56. Have either of you heard from George? Uma asks, staring at the clock. It's a silly question. There's no reason Jiyun or I would have heard from him if she hasn't. I haven't, I say, without looking at her. Me neither. My mother sighs. He said he would be home in time for dinner. Maybe he's busy trying to find a job, Jiyun says. Tears well up in Umma's eyes. I don't know, she says flatly. But he's not answering his phone at all. Do you think he's all right? Should we call the police? No, no, I say. I'm sure he got caught up with something. We sit in silence, our dinner cooling rapidly on the table. Jiyun's stomach is grumbling. Tonight, Oma has made bulgogi, one of George's favorite Korean dishes. The marinated beef is adorned with sesame seeds and topped with sliced onions, garlic, and green peppers. It looks delicious, but every time Jiyun inches toward it, Oma slaps her hand away. We have to wait until George comes home, she says. We wait, and we wait. The steam from the doenjang jjigae and the rice dissipates, mixing into the air. As the food grows cold, I feel myself growing more and more angry. After a husband, painfully long 30 minutes, Ji-yoon, exasperated and starving, says, "Can we please just eat?" Amma stands up, pushing her chair back. It hits the wall. "I'm not that hungry. I think I'll go to bed early tonight." The words fly out of my mouth before I can stop them. "What are you doing?" Oma swivels back slowly. She's anguished, the tear tracks glistening on her cheeks. "What?" she whispers. Shaking, I stand and face her. "You heard me. Why are you acting like this over a man who doesn't care about you?" Ji-yoon's eyes widen with shock. "Unni?" she whispers. I silence my sister with a wave of my hand. "It's pathetic. I can't understand you. You dragged Ji-yoon and me through this mess, and then we are left behind trying to clean it up. You don't even care about how your actions affect us. All you think about is yourself." Umma's lip quivers, and then she turns and dashes into her bedroom, slamming the door behind her. In our room, Ji-yoon hugs her pillow to her chest. "I can't believe you said that." "Why? Do you disagree?" I snap. "What, are you best friends with George now?" Ji-yoon falters. "No, I—" "Then what?" Ji-yoon is struggling to hold back her tears, but I don't care. I want to shake her and my mother until they understand the rage that I feel. I hate the way Ji-yoon sits on the edge of the bed, quiet, her face puckered. She murmurs something that I don't quite catch. "Spit it out." "I found a picture underneath the couch while I was cleaning." I stop, my fury abating momentarily. "A picture?" Ji-yoon gives me a small nod. She's afraid of me now. I regret the way I yelled at her. "Show me," I say, softening my tone. She disappears into the closet and re-emerges with a piece of paper fluttering in her hand. It's creased from being folded, but I recognize it immediately. It's one of the images from George's presentation. We must have missed it when we were destroying the evidence. This one is of an Asian woman in a short skirt. Her legs are covered in sheer white socks that have pink satin ribbons dotted all over them. She's wearing nothing on top and her nipples are exposed. What the hell? That's sick. Looking uncomfortable, Ji-yoon takes the picture back, folding it into a neat square. She shoves it in the back of the closet and mumbles, I think it belongs to George. I think he was looking at porn on the couch while we were gone. Of course it's his. What else could it belong to? Ji-yoon looks just like our mother, with her wobbling chin and quivering lips. She's openly crying, hiccuping with each breath. I'm so worried about what's going to happen. Don't be, I say. I'm calm now. Just trust me. It only cements in my mind the fact that everything I've done and everything I'm going to do is for their own good. If I don't protect them, who will? 57. Ji-won, can we talk, please? It's Joffrey. Class has just ended and he's hurried over to where I'm sitting. I'm surprised, but I don't show it. He has been keeping his distance since the last time he tried to talk to me, the day I destroyed George's Rolex. I stand, making my way to the exit. Sure, what's up? He glances over my shoulder at the flood of students leaving the lecture hall. Can we go somewhere a little more private? I hesitate. Please, he begs. I just need a minute of your time. Fine. We walk in silence until we reach the edge of campus and turn onto a secluded street. Where are you taking me? You'll see, he smiles. I don't return it. He stops in front of an apartment building and points to a set of stairs. Cars pass us, but other than that, there aren't many people around. Plopping himself down, he pats the concrete step next to him. Sit. No thanks. Whose apartment is this? Is it yours? No, I don't live here. I'm 30 minutes out that way, he points, and I follow his finger, blinking in the sunlight. In the valley. Why are we sitting in front of some random person's apartment? Just sit, Ji-won. Trust me. What are you afraid of? Fine. I sit down next to him. The space is so small that our knees bump. I try to move my leg away from his, but he only brings his closer. I'm really glad to have this chance to talk to you, he starts. He's looking everywhere except at my face, and this makes me worry about what he's going to say. I've been trying to figure out how to tell you this, but it's not easy. Over the past few months, I've started to develop feelings for you. He takes a deep breath. The truth is, I really like you, Ji-won, as more than a friend. He grazes my hand with his, and I jerk away before standing up. I'm sorry, I say. I don't feel the same way about you. I'm sorry if I gave you the impression that I felt differently. Come on, he says, jumping to his feet. You haven't even let me finish talking. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. But you barely know me. I've tried so hard to get to know you, to let you know what I'm about, but you haven't given me the chance. Trust me, Ji-won. If you let me, you'd like me. I swear. Is it because I'm white? No, that's not it at all. I'm a nice person, okay? I'm not like those other guys, like your mom's boyfriend. I don't have yellow fever, if that's what you're worried about. You know how much I read. I've studied pretty much every topic relating to race and gender. Fetishization is a form of oppression. I'm not an oppressor. I'm an ally. My feelings for you, no, my love for you, goes way beyond race. I love you for who you are on the inside. He tries to touch me, his fingers brushing against my skin. I push him away. I can't keep going like this, pretending I don't feel this way. I can't sit in class knowing you're just a few feet away. We belong together. I stumble backward down the stairs and fall, landing hard onto my palms. There's a screeching pain in my head, and all I can think about is how I need to get away. Scrambling up, I gasp. No, Geoffrey, I don't like you. Please, I can't do this right now. I sprint back toward campus. With every step I take, my temples pound. Somewhere behind, Geoffrey is chasing after me, and that makes me run even faster until I am certain my heart is going to burst. When I reach the quad, I skid to a stop and whirl around. Geoffrey is gone. I bend over, chest heaving, my lungs screaming for air. I reach for my water bottle, but the space where my backpack should be is empty. I close my eyes. I stand at the edge of the grass, shaking. Where did I put my backpack? Did I leave it with Geoffrey? I turn around and begin walking back, trying to remember where the steps are. In my haste to get away, I didn't look at any of the cross streets. In my head, I think about what I can say to Geoffrey to appease him. Maybe I'll extol our friendship and how important it is. Or perhaps I can convince him that I am a terrible person. I hurt people on purpose. I stole my cousin's Game Boy when I was 12. I tricked my friends and manipulated them. It's ridiculous. All of the apartments surrounding our school look similar. Brick buildings painted an identical shade of rust red. The same jacaranda trees line each block, their purple flowers carpeting the asphalt. I swear as I try to pick out familiar streets and cars, only to have them blur together into one unrecognizable mass. I'm about to give up when I recognize an oleander bush at an upcoming intersection. If I turn and walk to the left, the steps should be right there. I'm at the right place, but my bag is nowhere to be found. I stand there dumbfounded and call out softly, Geoffrey, are you here? I don't see him. I bury my face in my hands and rake through my memory. I had my backpack when I got to class, but I can't remember if I had it when Geoffrey cornered me. I start retracing my steps, but before I do, I stop in front of the oleander bush, contemplating. When I was a child, Oma warned me about oleander, how every part of the plant is poison. Don't even touch it, she said, sternly, her finger wagging. You could die. How? I asked. In Korea, there was a news story about a girl and a boy who went on a picnic and forgot to bring chopsticks. They used little branches from the oleander bush to eat their food instead, and they died from it. The poison from the plant killed them. I didn't believe her. It was too pretty to be toxic, the branches heavy with pink flowers. And the next time Jiyun and I passed it, I pushed her toward the leaves that were trespassing onto the sidewalk. "Try it," I giggled. "It tastes like strawberries." Ji-yoon stared at me. So gullible. I pushed her again. "Go! What are you, scared?" The flowers were halfway to Ji-yoon's mouth when Amma saw what was happening. She rushed over and knocked my sister's hand away, causing her to cry. And then Amma turned to me, teary-eyed, her face scrunched together like a balled-up piece of paper. "How could you let your sister do something like that? It's your job as her Unni to take care of her." "I didn't know," I said, sullenly. "She could have died." I shut my mouth and glared at Ji-yoon, who was being a crybaby for no good reason. She hadn't eaten the plant, so what was the big deal? I was still skeptical about what my mother had said, but then Oma wrapped me and Ji-yoon into her arms, her familiar scent enveloping us. "You both need to be careful," she said. "I know that the plant is pretty, but poison is everywhere, even in the places where you least expect it." 58. I've looked everywhere. My backpack isn't in the lecture hall, and it isn't in the lost and found. It's gone. I berate myself for my carelessness and try to catalogue its contents to figure out what I'm missing. My favorite pen, a handful of pencils I've stolen from Ji-yoon over the years, a tangled ball of earphones, a portable charger, a few homework assignments that I can reprint at the library, nothing that can't be replaced, but still, I feel an immeasurable sense of loss. At home, I find a ratty old backpack in the closet and steal a few more pencils from Ji-yoon. I loop my arm through the straps and glance at myself in the mirror. It's ugly, but for now it'll do. When I get to school the next day, there's a palpable sense of tension and unease among the students. I enter the classroom to hear people whispering in hushed tones, their faces solemn. Alexis, sitting in her usual spot in front, motions to me. I hurry over to her and sit down. "What's going on?" I ask. "They found another dead body, about a mile away, a student." Her breath is hot against my cheek. I stare at her, my face now warm. "Another one?" "Yeah, people are starting to worry. They're talking about a serial killer who's potentially targeting students here. Someone told me that the parents are calling the dean asking for more security and protection on campus. His line has been ringing non-stop." "What? That's crazy," I murmur. I look around, a shiver running down my spine. I didn't expect the body to be discovered so soon. I thought I had days, maybe weeks. How did they find him so quickly? Alexis shudders. "I'm scared." "Don't be," I say automatically. "The blood, the fingerprints, your DNA is everywhere. All they need to do is look and they'll find everything." "And the knife? You have to dispose of it. Drop it in the LA River and let it be carried out to sea. Drown your transgressions in the Pacific Ocean." The thought comforts me, the blade sinking down, down, down into the sand, crabs scuttling out of the way, to nestle among the seaweed and sleeping fish. I close my eyes, and Alexis turns to the front of the classroom as the terrible realization hits me. The knife. It was in my backpack. I rush out of class as soon as it's over without saying goodbye to Alexis. She calls after me, perplexed. Jiwon, is everything okay? I don't respond. I sprint across the parking lot to the car, frantic. Wrenching open the door, I search in even the most illogical places, feeling around the seats, peeking into every nook and cranny. My hand comes out covered with old crumbs and hair. There's a single fossilized French fry, rock hard, wedged underneath the seat cover. It's not there. I sit in the driver's seat, my head in my hands, my eyes screwed shut. I turn the key in the ignition, feeling the car rumbling under my feet. Without looking back, I screech out of the parking lot and rush toward the apartment. I know it's not at home, but I'm so panicked I can hardly think. At every stoplight, people stare at me. I keep my gaze fixed to the front. I peek at the car to my left. The man driving isn't paying any attention, and my rapidly beating heart seems to slow a little. But when he whirls his head around in my direction, the movement is almost robotic, and when he sees me, his eyes widen. And from here I can see how blue they are. He motions for me to open the window. I shake my head, but he is insistent, his eyes widening even more, pointing his finger more and more aggressively at me. Finally, I roll the window down, unable to take it any longer. Murderer, he hisses. I'm not, I say, quivering. I didn't do anything wrong. You are a murderer, he says, and this time his voice is louder, more menacing. I turn around to see if anyone else has heard this exchange, and dread squeezes me with its cold, clammy fingers. The people in the cars around us have turned to watch, and they are all sneering, the word echoing off their lips. Murderer. No, I moan. I lock the doors and slide downward in the seat, but I know there's no point. It's over. Everything is over. There's a loud honk behind me, and I sit up, startled. Before looking at the car to my left, the man isn't watching me. In fact, nobody is watching me. I sit very still, trying to digest what happened, but then another honk comes. Behind me, someone else. Move, asshole! You're going to make us miss the light. In the apartment, I crawl around on my hands and knees, searching under the couch and my bed. The backpack isn't here, and I feel the knot in my chest tightening. I sit on my knees, trembling. This morning, Ji-yoon had made an offhanded joke about going through my things. She was wearing a new bracelet, and when I peered closer, I realized it was mine. Hey! I grabbed her wrist. She wrenched out of my grip. It's mine now, Ji-yoon said, sticking her tongue out at me. Finders keepers, losers sweepers. Anyway, you don't even wear it. I was going through your side and I found so many interesting things in there. I hurry over to our room and search through her side of the closet, where her clothes and her shoes and her diary lay in a pile. I rifle through it, trying to find any mention of me or the backpack. It's surprisingly empty, filled only with thoughts about her classmates and school since the last time I snooped. I throw everything over my shoulder until the closet is empty. It's not here. I scramble to my feet and hurry to the door of Umma's bedroom. George was here a week ago, and I try to remember what he was like then. He was quiet and reserved, choosing to watch TV silently rather than engage with my mother, who sat at his feet. Perhaps George took my bag, or Uma, but Uma's bedroom is empty, and I can't find it anywhere else in the apartment. I bury my head in my hands, stifling a scream. My chest is impossibly tight, and all I can think about is how badly I need to get the backpack and my knife back. 59. That night, I find Alexis rummaging through my bag, her unmistakable figure bent over my desk. "What are you doing?" I ask. "I know what you did, Jiwon. I'm going to find the knife and turn you in. It's the only way." "I didn't do anything." I rush over and try to take the bag back from her, but her grip is too strong. She's glaring at me, and the anger burning through her is unmistakable. At the last second, I realize her eyes aren't their usual shade of honey brown. Instead, they are blue. I drop my hands in shock. "Alexis?" "It's over for you, Jiwon," she sneers, her lip curled over her teeth. The knife's blade glitters between her fingers. "You think I cared about you? I knew all along. I knew everything. You can't hide what you are. You're a monster. I'm going to ruin you." "No!" I fall to the ground, clutching her legs. "Alexis, please!" She grabs me, her skin as cold as ice. When I try to push her away, the knife tumbles to the ground. Alexis digs her fingernails into my arms. I feel them breaking skin, blood oozing, but I fight through the pain, scrabbling for the handle of the knife. Above me, Alexis is screeching like a demon. The sound makes my head split. "Stop!" I shriek, but it's too late. Her scream is in my ears, ringing, rattling me from the inside out. I have to make it stop. Without thinking, I unfurl the knife and plunge it into Alexis's chest. Her mouth drops open, her blue eyes bright, the color magnified by her tears. She crumples to the ground. Beneath her, there's a vicious puddle of blood. I'm screaming, crouched over, cradling her beautiful face in my hands. "No!" I bolt upright, and Jiun swats at me with her hand. She mumbles something before turning over and falling asleep again. I free myself from Jiun's grasp, unplug my cell phone from the charger on the desk, and pad out into the living room. My heart is thumping so loudly that it's drowning out every thought from inside my head. After I catch my breath, I dial Alexis's number, pressing the phone against my ear. She answers despite the late hour. "Jiwon," she says drowsily. I imagine her groggy and clad in her Christmas pajamas. The image makes me swallow hard. "Do you have my backpack?" I ask. "What?" She sounds more awake now. "What are you talking about?" "It's missing. I was wondering if you had it." "Why would I have it?" Her tone is flat, unhappy. She's exasperated. "I don't know. I thought—" I hit myself in the head with my palm. "Sorry, this is stupid. I'm stupid. I didn't think this through." "Go to sleep, Jiwon. Get some rest." "Are you mad at me?" There's a long silence from Alexis's side. "Are you still there?" I ask, my heart sinking. I'm here. I'm not mad, Jiwon, just tired. In class, Alexis is cold. I try to talk to her, to apologize, but she brushes past me without a word. She leaves me standing there as she disappears around the corner. I didn't mean it, I say quietly to her retreating form. I should be worrying about the knife and about getting caught, but all I can think about is Alexis. I feel bad for accusing her, but at the same time, I'm bitter. She is supposed to be your friend. She's supposed to understand you, but she's just like everyone else. 60. Everything is going to shit. George has only been responding to Umma sporadically, and to make matters worse, he's refusing to talk about the wedding. It's 2 weeks away, Umma screamed the other night, spittle flying from her mouth. Will you be there? Ji-yoon was at a friend's house, and I was alone with our mother. I stayed in my room, hoping she would continue ignoring me as she had been doing since my outburst. But after she hung up, she crawled into the room and put her hand in my lap. Her tears ran down like a river, soaking my pants completely. We had not addressed any of the terrible things I had said to her. I'm sorry things are so hard, she said, but George is a very kind man and he would never do anything to hurt us. You don't have to worry. I know things have been difficult for you and your sister ever since Appa left, but I promise that after the wedding, George will be here permanently, and he will be a good father to you and Ji-yoon. I swear it. If she wasn't crying so much, I would have told her that I already have a father, and that he, like George, is just a man. I would have told her that they are to blame for all of this. Her despair, our family's unfolding, the killings, everything. Maybe Ji-yoon is right. Maybe there is a curse, a toxicity lurking in our blood.